All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, July 18th. Let's hope it continues the streak of fairly straightforward crosswords. Today it's set by Fed. Let's see what Fed has for us. Divine, like songs of devotion, making them come together. Oh, I'm not even sure how to interpret that. Is it going to be divine as the definition? Oh, which apart from the religious meaning, I think it can also mean as a verb to find something out, to intuit. And then songs of devotion would be part of the wordplay, as airs would be like songs, but I'm wondering as hymns, as psalms. No, not seeing it. Let's try the downs. Skin marked with spots. This company makes tablets. Oh, it actually says this company make tablets. I presume that's a typo. Shouldn't company take the verb makes? Anyway, I want it to be apple. Marked with spots. Oh, marked with spots, of course, could be dappled. I don't think I've seen this before, but I think that's clever. Skin is a verb here, and to skin dappled, you remove the outer letters, the two D's. That's clever. Oh, so this might be an as something. Oh, something like assemble, making them come together. It's the them that confuses me. Come together. Divine, assume, ascertain as... No. How about Ewoks regularly, interrupting happily, without coordination? All right, so Ewoks regularly is going to be either EOS or WK, and that's going to go inside a word for happily to mean without coordination. I think that's going to be an awkward. Well, awkward has WK, but I don't see how the happily would work. Oh, how about gawkily? I mean, we know gawky, but I think gawkily must be the adverb, and so the WK from Ewoks goes inside gaily for happily. Okay, so now as... Oh, yes, G is an unusual beginning other than Asgard. Yeah, like songs of devotion, making them come together. No, still not seeing it. How about play about singer? Is it going to be a four-letter play? That's going to be reversed, and it's going to be the name of a singer. We had Cher in the crossword recently. What other four-letter singers are there? Lulu? Of course, could be play as in to frolic or play games. Oh, play music, of course. Play about singer. No, excuse me. I did wake up with a little bit of a sore throat, so apologies if I sound scratchier than normal and I'm coughing more than normal. All right, this angry argument, over focus of Freddie Fox. Does focus of, have I seen this before, where it's the middle letter? I think it might be the middle D in Freddie. So then this angry argument is part of wordplay that goes over a D, and it's going to mean fox, which then is it going to be a species of fox, or is it going to be to, I suppose, outwit somebody? No, I'm thinking this angry argument is, oh, could it be this angry? And then we're going to put a word for argument. Oh, maybe O for over, and then the D. Oh, and then a type of fox, or again a synonym for fox. Yeah, I like this angry, like boiling mad or something like that. No. Did collusion G up? Oh, and we have one down. Apple 6-9. Did collusion? And then how is Apple going to be fodder for an anagram? No, because we'd still have to get 10 more letters. Could it be a variety of apple? I can just think of Granny Smith. Gala is my favorite. No. Oh, Golden Delicious. Ah, yes, I think it might be an anagram of collusion G. What am I missing? Oh, I think the did as well. Golden Delicious. I used to buy Golden Delicious more or less out of just force of habit, but yeah, I think I prefer the red apples, like as I say, a gala. All right, so I'm not 100% sure. Let's say we need all 50 letters, of course. Collusion is 9. Did and G add 6 more, and up I think is just the anagram indicator here. All right, let's go back to the crosses. Grow, to accept self at the outset. Key for this type of therapy. I am thinking of a type of therapy. I think it was popular in the 70s, maybe. Maybe into the 80s. Gestalt. How is the wordplay? I think self at the outset is just that S. And then the key is Alt. Grow is simply get. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure other than, let's say, get bigger, grow bigger. Anyway, but Gestalt, I just know it from a Lou Reed song. She's into Gestalt therapy, while Est and the rest just make me ill. Anyway, how about P perhaps? We've seen something like this with sort of a stutter, and we literally had to repeat whatever the starting letter was. Well, I'm not sure that's the case here. P perhaps pick jigsaw. Well, with the P and the W, I'm wondering if it's power tool, and so a jigsaw might be an example of a power tool. Oh, and I think in this case the P stands for power. Oh, and then perhaps a pick. So there are two examples. A pick is just an example of a non-power tool. Pickaxe, and then yeah, so I'm happy with that. Rubbish, effect of drug, ecstasy. I think rubbish is going to be the definition. We're going to have an effect of a drug and then an E for ecstasy. Oh, a trip might be an effect of a drug to give you a tripe. All right, how about send out Vegemite sandwiches, which of course reminds me of another song. Um, I think it must be a myth to send out, and the word Vegemite sandwiches or contains a myth. That's a very simple one, I think. Working in operas with bass singers, ultimately, they're often cast. Ooh, well, I'm thinking singers ultimately is an S. In fact, it might be bass singers, the last letters of both of those words, which gives us two S's. Working can be an anagram indicator. I think it's in operas is 8 letters and then the two S's, and they're often cast. Fishing lines are stones. Oh, aspersions. Yes. Don't cast aspersions. Yeah. There, I like that one. Um, when making a comeback, synth pop act must take on any current producer. Well, I think any current producer is going to be an electrical pun. Oh, could it be a dynamo when making a comeback? Well, let me put it in and see if I can see something in reverse. Ah, yes. So it's orchestral maneuvers in the dark, OMD, going backwards, and that takes on also in reverse. Actually, any must take on any, and a current producer is a dynamo. Oh, yeah. How many of you had dynamos on your bikes to power your bicycle lights? All right, reason to moisturize my skin. Finally getting into habit. I think it might be reason to moisturize, and I'm thinking it's going to be dryness. Yeah, because I think habit is dress, and inside of that we put a YN, which are the final letters of my skin. Oh, again, quite straightforward. Let's go back to the downs. Enough, it's broken, fine cutting saw. Oh, another saw. Oh, well, I think luckily we have all those letters, and a word for enough, like a meal, is satisfying. It's broken. Okay, I think that's TIS, and F for fine. And that is cutting a saw. Ah, an old saw is an old saying. Yep. Okay, Fatty Arbuckle's coat, worn by Alki, having taken hem up a little. So I think Arbuckle's coat are the A and the E we already have around the outside, and that is worn by an Alki is, I suppose, a insulting term for an alcoholic. I think that dip might be another term for a drunkard. A dip, is that right? Alki having taken hem. Oh, I think is hem so, as in if you're in just as a little placeholder word in speech, so hem. Yeah, I don't fully understand that, so we'll check 15 squared at the end. All right, how about they have faith in model with hold up stockings to begin with. But just looking at the letters, I'm thinking of a word that seems to come up pretty regularly in the crossword, theists. I think we're more familiar with atheist as a word, but a theist, I suppose, is somebody who believes in God, so they have faith. In model with hold up stockings, well, to begin with, I mean, the first letter of stockings. Oh, I see we do have heist, which is a hold up. Oh, the model I think is a Model T, then heist, and then the S. Okay. Drink with famous sailor in hold. I think hold might be the definition. And we're going to have a drink. Could it be something Popeye? I don't think so, but what other famous sailor might we have? Jason? No, not seeing it. We have a few more letters for this angry, if that is the definition. Ooh, and our play about singer. No, don't see it. Let's go back to the acrosses. Prepared cheese, one that sets. Well, prepared makes me think of an anagram. Is it going to be cheese plus maybe an I? And it's going to be something that sets. Or could it be a four-letter cheese like Edam and the word one? What sets? Cement, concrete. No, concrete is 8. No, big character from Leeds United boxing with a coach. I'm wondering if it is a big character, maybe as in some kind of capital letter. Leeds United, I think, is going to be LU. But is that boxing? I'm wondering if the U is going to come on the end. Boxing with a coach. Now, the with would probably be a W, but what's a coach, of course, could be a bus, not necessarily your trainer. Oh, I do see a coach that would end in U, and that would be a Landau. So I think big character from Leeds United might be saying the capital letters. I think maybe it should have, the clue should read big characters. I'm thinking it's L and U, and they box or surround. Oh no, so yeah, I think it's LU, and then with a is and a, which is boxed in. Yeah, or maybe just big character from Leeds is L, because that is not a common, whereas United can be abbreviated I. I think I see now how it works. All right, In taking just seconds, lawyer advising her client initially to enter dock reveals incompetence. Oh my goodness. A 4 line clue. Actually, we have one over in the Downs as well. I think that's quite long for a clue to go, and it really does fill in all 4 lines. I think it's going to be incompetence. I do see a C there, which might be client initially. In taking just seconds, lawyer. That's it's a very good surface, although taking just seconds maybe is a little, and the whole thing is rather verbose, but it does give this whole legal surface reading, but I'm sure it's nothing to do with that. What is a word? Is it going to end in CE, or I'm wondering if it might be a CY? No, don't see it. Group supporting TT race on vacation, lining field. Ooh. Oh, I wonder if, of course, seeing TT race, we think of the races in the Isle of Man, the motorbike races, but I think it might be group supporting teetotalers. Is that AA, Alcoholics Anonymous? And race on vacation is RE, because you empty out race and are just left with the RE, but and then lining field. Oh, yeah, so actually that is, so the AA is lining RE, going around it, and it gives us a field. I think metaphorically could be an area, field of expertise, area of expertise. All right. Leaves old politician out of stuff. Ooh. I'm wondering if leaves were meant to read as foliage. And can, if old leaves, but then can we get rid of something for a politician? And it's going to give us something for stuff. But I don't see it. One might show pride in their work. I'm thinking this is just a cryptic definition. So there's no wordplay. I think it's all going to center on the meaning of the word pride, which is, of course, a group of lions. So I'm thinking it might be a lion tamer. I only have the O to confirm that, but I think that might be the answer. We will find out. Agreement starts in 8, 9, and 10, plus 12 in extremis. Well, the starting letters of 8, 9, and 10 are ENT plus another T. In extremis, I think, is dying, right? Agreement to has to go before it, I think. So ENT, the plus might be an and, but then we have ENT and T is our 7 letters, but that doesn't work. Yeah, not quite getting that. All right, 13, assuming pawn shop primarily, goes with gold for finance. Pawn shop primarily, I think, is going to be a PS. What was 13? Oh, we haven't got that yet. Now, is it a reference to 13 down um, or just the number 13? Hmm. And then gold will be AUROR, and it's going to mean finance. Oh, I'm thinking of a word to finance somebody's activity, might be to sponsor them because it ends with OR. Yeah, I think that might be right, but I think we need to solve 13 down for the full confirmation, so I'll leave it in, but we will see. All right, that's all the acrosses. Nothing else on that. Oh, I'm just wondering if it might be Jack something. Trying to think of a drink. Well, the Jack Daniels, but famous sailor in hold. No. All right, maybe roll ball back. Inspiring finish from Messi with famous Argentine supporting. Oh, yeah, well, the finish from Messi is going to be the I. But who is the famous Argentine? Oh, the Hand of God fellow. What was his name again? And then is the definition supporting, or is that name going to be supporting? Maybe roll? Oh, maybe it's something like bread type. Maybe roll. Ball can be an O. Back, yeah, don't see it. Most stupid birds might be found here. Well, I'm thinking most stupid suggests a word that ends in EST, so I think it's going to be something nest. Ah, yes, I think we had a similar wordplay not too long ago in anust and in a nest. All right, Truss, we have her again. Very upset after a fitting. Ooh. After a fitting. So is truss going to be the definition? Yeah, I'm trying to understand the ending of this word. I mean, if it's just an like MES, that suggests a plural noun or verb. Um, yeah, I'm going to pause and sip my water and think about that. Well, I'm finding it hard to think of a word that might fit this. I don't want to go to wordplays.com just yet. And now I'm wondering if maybe a sponsor is wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and check this. No, it's correct. How about my lion tamer? Oh, no. Well, I did think that was maybe a bit of a bit loose, but so one might show pride in their work. No, let's continue on with the downs. At least the R was right. So rear admiral essentially, which I think is going to be the middle letter of admiral, the I, struggling to get dryer. Well, I think that must be an error. I suppose something that dries clothes or something would be an error. Um, I don't know, I just know an airing cupboard. Anyway, that woman's love for leading man, that's a nice easy one. They often say that by the time you get to the last few clues, the setter has maybe just wants to hurry up and get it finished, and so their clues might be a little bit more straightforward. And so her plus love is O or 0, gives you the hero. All right, so one might show pride in their work. No, still not seeing it. But now can that help me? Truss very upset after A. Oh, maybe it is, yeah, now the M is gone. Maybe it is an anagram of truss plus V after the letter A. And it's going to mean fitting. Ah. Yeah, where does the V go if that is right and we only have one vowel left, the U? I'm going to pause and think. Well, I did have to resort to wordplays.com. It's not an anagram of trust very. I'm still not sure how the wordplay is working, but I saw apropos, which would be very fitting for a word that means fitting. Trust very upset after A. Oh, I wonder if very might be so. Oh, a truss I think is prop. Yeah, as in I suppose a roof or some construction. You might have a truss, which would be a wooden prop. And then very is so upset, and it all goes after A. All right. So now our pride. Oh, well, I think I was on the right lines that it is lions, but I'm thinking zookeeper. Now, if that's right, we have a very interesting Z there. This angry. Oh, something crazed or yeah, but I wonder if this might end in a D. Agreement. Oh, yeah, so actually I was thinking it was going to be an extremist, but I'm thinking the definition might be agreement. And so maybe it starts with ENT, and then it's not the first letter of T, it's the last. Oh, maybe the extremes of 12, another T and E. 8, 9, and 10 plus. Oh, no, I think it's an entente. I don't know what the AN, where it comes from. Let me check this one. Oh, no, entente, of course. Ah, yes, a 10 is written out, of course. Um, yeah, that looked wrong to me. I just couldn't see why. So the starting letters of 8 and 9 plus 10, and then the extreme letters of 12. That's clever. So this angry doesn't end ZED. Oh, could it be ZZLE? Freddy Fox, Razzle Dazzle, Raspberry Ripple. No, not seeing it. All right, let me try and finish off the top left. Divine, I'm thinking now that I come back to it, angelic. Let me put it in and see if it makes more sense. Like songs of devotion, making them come together. No. I'm going to go ahead and check this. It is right, but I have no idea why it's right. Songs of devotion. No, no, so we're going to have to go to 15 squared at the end to see that. Now, play about singer. And I think of a singer, well, Lord or Lordy has an E at the end of her name. Play. I'm going to pause and see which vowel is going to come after the L. Well, I started with A, of course, and I thought, oh, a lark is a singing bird, and I think to play about is to lark. So here, about is just part of the definition. Oh, I'm now thinking 4 down might be cross. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness, the definition is this. That is very clever. So angry is cross. Argument is word. Over focus of Freddy. Argument over focus. Well, I want it to be puzzle. I think fox might be to puzzle. This angry is, well, angry is cross. Argument over focus of oh, no, an argument is a row, which goes over, turned backwards. There's our focus of Freddy. There we go. That's very clever. All right. Prepared cheese now, one that sets. Okay, so it's not an anagram of cheese because of that D. Yeah, so maybe the definition is prepared, but I think no, it must be an anagram of some cheese type. Yeah, don't see it. Ooh, 20 has some nice letters now. Incompetence. Yeah, it is looking like that would be a UN and then either CE or CY. Incompetence. Yeah, I think I'm going to pause, think about it, and if I can't think of anything, I'll check wordplays.com. All right, well, I couldn't think of a good word, and I was also looking at the clue again. I'm thinking, oh, in taking just seconds, maybe we take the second letter out of lawyer advising her. but then didn't really work after that. So I went to Merriam-Webster, looked up synonyms of incompetence, and I saw inadequacy. And so I think that is where the ADE is coming from, lawyer advising her. But then I think client initially, we now might be changing to the first letter of C. Oh, yes, which enters a doc, which is key, Quay. Oh, and then I think in is simply in. Oh my goodness. So that's quite complicated wordplay. No wonder it's a 4-line clue. But I think that's it. All right, so now maybe roll back. Of course, Maradona was the player whose name I couldn't think of, but that's too long. Famous Argentine supporter. Maybe roll. No, I don't see it. Are my prepared cheese one that sets? No. And then, yeah, and then our drink with famous sailor in hold. Yeah, not seeing it. All right, I think I'm going to use wordplays.com for this one. There can't be too many words, surely. Well, there are a lot of words that meet that pattern. I mean, most of them ending in ed, past tense verbs. So then I went back to thinking, maybe it means prepared, and it's going to be a cheese followed by something that sets. Well, I thought, what about brie as the cheese? And if you prepared somebody maybe for a meeting, you might have briefed them. And I think it's that the Fed sets interest rates. So because it's such a stretch, I think that's why the question mark is there. But happy I could get that one without using really any outside help. Now, or maybe roll. Oh, how about a brioche? Let's see if I can make that work. I think the finish from Messi again is that I. Aki, Oche. That does ring a bell, but maybe roll. What's the ball? I'm not sure. Inspiring finish. Oh, no, I think it's Che. Is even though, of course, we know him from the Cuban Revolution, I think he was Argentinian. And so I think, a ball is an orb. Oh my goodness, which goes back. And it inspires or takes in the finish from Messi and has Che supporting it. Wow. Another 4-line, very complicated bit of wordplay. All right, leaves now. Old politician out of stuff. Not sure what that could be. Oh, but we have a nice F here. So drink. Oh, I'm thinking half. Ah, yes. Oh, very good. A drink, a half a pint. A famous sailor is Admiral Nelson, and in wrestling, a half Nelson is a hold. All right. So now, old politician out of stuff. I'm presuming leaves is the definition. What could that be? So the verb to go away, leaves, chess, cruise, oh, cress. I'm not exactly sure what cress is, but people would put it in sandwiches, I think. So I think it's a leaf vegetable. Old politician out of stuff. Yeah, I'm putting that in more in hope than anything else. So let's check it. It is correct. So we will have to look at 15 squared to understand that one. All right, I think that's everything. Let's check all the other letters stayed in. I always have to double check. It's very easy to miss an empty square, I think. All right, let's head over to 15 squared. All right, the puzzle is, or sorry, the blog is by Peter O. Oh, decidedly difficult. The last few finally yielded. I thought it was straightforward at the beginning. I did run into difficulties towards the end, though, like Peter. All right, I wanted to understand angelic. Oh my goodness. Anthemic is songs of devotion. With them replaced by gel. When things come together, they gel. Oh my goodness. That, I don't know, well done to anyone who is able to work that out. I think especially because nowadays we think of anthems as the national anthem. I do know it is a word too for a hymn, an anthem. Yeah, but that is so difficult. Gestalt, an envelope. Yeah, so self and in get plus alt. He threw me off with the GEST. The other crosses I didn't understand were 24. Oh, compress is stuff minus old plus the MP. All right. And then sponsor. Oh, of course, I never went back to look after we got 13. Charade of spawn. An envelope of P for pawn in sun, which is half Nelson, plus S shop primarily, plus OR for gold. Yeah, that is. Oh, so you have to read 13, which says half Nelson, and then follow that to say, okay, I'm going to take the SON half. Oh, very, very complicated. All right, so adipose, dipose, which is dipso. I said dip with the final letter moved up one, taking hem up a little. Okay, I got the AE part. Oh my goodness, very, very tricky. Some of these are quite devious. Yeah, I would agree. All right. And then something from mathematics, I think, or topology. Generally like the setter. Don't know how I finished this. Oh, they put in lionesses at 25. Okay, I wonder if anyone else put in lion tamer, which I think makes more sense than lionesses, because lionesses really don't have work, do they? Ah, there we go, muffin. I knew somebody would think, but surprisingly, a lot of people had lionesses. So I suppose it made sense too. All right, here's we go. lion tamer. There we go. All right. Well, not as easy as the last 2 days, but not too difficult either. Thanks as always for watching and have a wonderful day.